Welcome to Different Walks, Different Talks. Okay, so we're back, and now we're gonna talk about urban exploration. So I don't know about this at all. So do you want to explain the whole culture, how you got into it, what it is? Because a lot of people don't know what it is actually.
Yeah, of course. So a lot of urban exploration is going places you shouldn't be.
Right.
It's
high-level trespassing.
Yes, yeah, or it could be low-level trespassing. It could be just going into an abandoned shed. You could call that Urbex, or it could be climbing a telephone tower.
Okay.
One of those 800-foot telephone towers, that's also Urbex.
Right.
Climbing cranes, getting on top of roofs.
And you do this.
Stepping outside your comfort zone has always been my main goal. I not to sound quirky, but I like to be different,
Right.
I like to step outside of the norm. I like to go see what other people don't see. To just be away from everybody.
Right.
So there's that bridge you and me went to.
Yeah.
That was the first place I ever really urbexed, you could say, because that's, you're not supposed to be there.
Right. It was. How do you find places like that? That's my question. The abandoned railways, the abandoned things. I don't even know Burlington had those stuff. People think of it like a nice how are there abandoned railways like?
You talk to people. You go with people. You go on forums. There's a lot of forums.
Oh, forums.
EU.org, urbanexploration.org has locations across the world. There's hundreds of thousands that people apply. It's obviously not updated very often. But
so can you see some here on that website?
Yes, yeah.
Other people here have contributed to?
Unfortunately, not in recent years.
Okay.
However, there's a guy on Instagram. I'll find him. We can put it up here. He's gone around Ontario finding all these abandoned places, and he puts it down on a map. He sells it for $5.
Sells it for $5?
I bought it.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff, and it's all so recent. Because he just texts people. He gets people to go to cities. He does all this stuff, and they'll just drive around. They'll talk to people.
Right. That's how you get into this really niche community.
Exactly.
That is a sick community too, Urbex community. Yeah. I did some research on the Indian one.
No.
They call it India Urbex. It was two guys. They love urban exploration, and then they made it into an Instagram page, and they have a couple 100,000 followers, and they explores India and all the urban exploration places.
That's really neat.
They said there was one time they met a bunch of old ladies. And it turns out the old ladies was a drug gang there of an old lady kingpin that was trying to get them. They didn't even realize, but yeah.
That's crazy. Right. Yeah, I find that the community can also be really toxic.
Right.
Gatekeeping is a huge thing.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I gatekeep a lot of locations.
That doesn't make sense.
Because
you don't want others there you kind of feel it as your space, right?
Yeah.
Your spot to get away. Yeah. So you don't want other people infiltrating this space.
Exactly.
I kind of get
But another thing is you see the destruction people do once the community finds out about it.
Right.
I know so many locations, even in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
That I love to go to. I love to explore abandoned theaters.
How did you,
But I can't tell people because once people find out, it's going to get trashed, it's going to get shut down, it's going to get demolished.
Right. People go there to do illegal stuff, right?
Yeah. Right. I've never been to the drug
enjoying
stuff.
The environment. There will be people like that.
Yeah. So I like to just respect the space. I remember I found this abandoned theater in a plaza. They were draining at the back of it because it was flooded, because it was underground. And one day I went through the back door, because obviously it's abandoned for years now. It's been years. And I went through the back door and I found out, they're about to renovate. They have all this plastic up. So I'm down there with my buddy, Finn.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, me and Finn we've been exploring for about a year now. And this place is God, if I tell somebody about this place will go to shit in a week. Right. People are going to tear down the roof. They're going to spray paint. They're going to do all this stuff.
Yeah, people are like that. That's true.
So my thing is, if you want to take something that people won't miss. Just something that you can remember it by. I took a 240 volt fuse. Just a hunk of metal this big, a fuse. Now it's sitting on my dresser at home. And I look at that and I kind of laugh. I had a good time with that.
Right, I see.
It's all about the memories, being in your own place, just getting away.
Right. What about the whole safety thing with this stuff? Because there's the homeless, the drug addicts, sometimes they're there. You get there, they're wow, my space. And you look over there, there's some guy in the corner or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How do you deal with that stuff?
So Oh, I guess I don't have it on me. I always carry a knife with me everywhere.
A knife?
I've carried a knife with me since the age of 14.
Like a Swiss Army knife or a real knife?
Here,
a real like a stealth dagger?
No, it's just one of these. It's a Milwaukee Fastback.
Oh.
I've had a couple of that same one, but it's a great knife. It's my work knife. But I was actually planning on taking a shift today, so I brought it just in my bag. But
right, I see.
Okay, I'll close it for you if you want. But it's,
and you just keep it around you for safety, I guess.
For safety, it's also just like almost a culture thing. I'm really into the
culture thing.
My family's a farm family.
Oh,
they're hunting family. They're
you guys are a hunting family. Oh, I see.
So, I used to spend so much time on a farm. I used to spend so much time in the woods. When I was younger, I'd always have a knife on me.
Right, that makes sense.
And it's not just the familiarity with it.
Right.
It's like, you need a knife, you have a knife.
Right, yeah.
It's not always about defending yourself, it's just about utility.
Right.
That's why I always carry a knife at work.
That's fair.
At the auto shop, I always need it. Open boxes, cut stuff. But going back to the safety thing, I'm not a safe guy. I really push my limits. Like, I'm not sure if you've seen the climbing stuff that I do.
Not really, like, until you sent me that drive of, like, that one way up in the sky that you did, Like, the tower you climbed up?
Yes, the tower.
This photo? Yeah.
Yeah. So...
How did you climb up that tower? Was there a staircase? So it was like...
Was that the Skyway that I sent you the photo of?
It was like a blue tower going up. I think it was like a Skyway.
Yeah, so... Most of them usually have ladders going straight up.
So it's not too bad?
Yeah, it's not too bad. But you don't think you're scared of heights until you get only 50 feet in the air and you look down. You're like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Your heart's racing. The adrenaline hits you. And
because there's not really much boundaries too, right? The boundaries are very minimal of falling.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and my first climb I ever did was a 392,000 volt hydro tower. Do you know the hydro corridor downtown?
No.
So when you go downtown, okay. By the bridge that we went to. You know those tall hydro towers that are just outside of it?
I don't quite remember.
You know when you're driving in the country and you see those huge transmission towers?
Yeah. It's like that?
That's what
I climbed. Like a giant Tesla tower.
Yeah.
What the heck? How do you climb that? There's no staircase on those things.
There's a ladder.
Oh, there is a ladder at the very back.
450 feet.
For what?
450 feet tall. I climbed to the top of that.
Oh, it's just a ladder? It's
just a ladder.
Just like your normal ladder, but it's
on the side of it.
Wow.
So you're at 90 degrees with the ladder.
Yeah.
Climbing up.
Oh my God. What pushed you into this?
I don't know.
Did someone give you $500 if you can reach the top? Like,
people do different things to escape from certain stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dive too deep into it. Like this is a therapy session or anything, but some people do drugs. Some people self-harm.
Yeah, some people do sports. Some people have productive things to do.
Yeah, like the healthier stuff, obviously, but going to the extremes.
Gym as well.
Exactly. I started going to the gym. That was really nice. But
one of your most extreme methods is climbing up 450-foot ladder.
I'm telling you, will never feel your mind that quiet. You were just so
quiet. I feel like my mind will be racing about dying, maybe with different people.
As long as you're in control, you're not gonna die. But you have to learn how to stay in control.
I can't do that.
That's exactly.
I'll be freaking out on the 50th foot.
I've learned how to take control of, not my mind, but just
of the situation.
Yeah, I guess just of my mind. Take control of my mind.
Yeah.
Fear is a concept. Fear, you can you can block out fear.
I feel like it should be there all the time, though. You know what? You know what I mean? I feel like fear should always be there.
Oh, of course, yeah. Like there's instinctual fear.
Yeah, right.
Natural fear.
But you think the fear that you had when you were up there was not necessary, so you just blocked it out or something?
I wasn't scared.
You just weren't scared.
Obviously, once you're on the ground, you're looking up and you're like, wow, that is really, really tall. I don't know if I want to do this. But then you're getting up, you're at 50 feet, you're looking down, it's like, this isn't that bad. I'll go higher. Oh, it's not bad, I'll go higher. Over and over, it's like, wow, now I'm 400 feet in the air with no harness on the side of a ladder.
How did that feel?
Everything is shaking.
Everything was shaking.
Dude, your forearms are so
so tired?
So tired. You have to hug the ladder, you have to hold on every few minutes going down. It's such a, it's a feeling I can't even explain. You know when people talk about motorcycles, it's you don't know it unless you ride one. You don't know the feeling. Yeah. It's that. You don't know the feeling unless you do it.
Wow.
Even my leg is shaking right now just thinking.
Yeah, 450 feet. That's crazy. And
even
with the birds up there,
No. The birds know not to get close to the
Attacked
wires,
you.
but
All right, you're right.
yeah.
How was the view there when you were up there?
The view's fucking.
Was it nighttime, daytime? Has to be daytime.
I would always go during night, dude.
You did the 450 in the night?
Someone would see you.
Right. So you did the 450 climb in the night. Just darkness.
Yep.
What? That's mind-boggling. And then like the view was like, what did you see? The city?
Beautiful. You could see
right, because you're so high up.
Entirety of Hamilton.
Oh my gosh.
You can see all the way down, probably close to St. Catharines.
Wow.
You can see all the way to Toronto. You could see
wow.
the top of the escarpment. So you were looking down on the escarpment.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
oh wow, you're looking down on the escarpment.
Yeah. Oh. It's like, or maybe not totally down, but like you're looking at like close to the top of it.
Right.
You're really high up in the air. Those towers are tall, man.
I feel like someone should build a watching station like that, but then it won't feel the same like than what you did. But at least a mundane person like me can enjoy it. You know what I mean? The view.
It's so like even those like edge walks at the CN Tower. My buddies were like, "What if you just go do that?" I'm like, "Well, I'm in a harness. It's not the same."
I want to do the edge walk without the harness.
I'm not on the edge of death. That being so close, like
you're like the free
death,
solo guy. Yeah, you fully are the free solo guy. Because free solo.
Well, no, that
not to that extreme, but like kind of like that.
But the thing about that, I'm not totally in control there. Your grip is out of your control. If you go up to a ledge and you slip,
right? I see. But I would argue the same for the staircase. For me at least, because the nerves, my hand's sweating thinking about this right now.
Yeah, no, I find that...
my hand is literally sweating right now.
Yeah, my heart too. I remember I did it in the same tower in the winter time with gloves on. Really thick gloves.
Oh my god.
And like you can't feel the rungs as well. So you have to like literally look at every single rung you're grabbing.
Did you ever have a moment where you nearly slipped?
Yeah. I had one. And that really put everything into perspective where I was like, it wasn't that maybe I should be doing this. It was like, I'll do it, but I'll slow down. You know? Yeah, so I kept doing it. I just slowed myself down a little bit. You kind of pace yourself. Mm-hmm. Like on the way down, I've always been 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
right.
4.
And
one,
get into a rhythm,
and
it's hard to mess up.
And you just repeat it to yourself. You repeat it to yourself.
How many steps was there?
There were hundreds, dude.
Hundreds?
It's a
how long did it take you? That's the question.
10 minutes.
I know you took rest and stuff in between. Right?
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes is
10 minutes. Maybe even less than that. You lose all sense of time when you're up there.
Yeah.
Once you get up the initial ladder and you cross to the main one going up, like you.
How was the cross there? Was there a ledge? Was there some sort of like bar?
You're walking on a bar about this wide.
And there was like safety rails beside it?
There was one. So you come up a ladder on the leg of the tower. And then you have, mind if I move this?
Yeah.
Then you cross over to a main ladder that goes all the way to the top.
And this part only had like one safety bar.
It had the thing that you're walking along, so you have to kind of go like this, and there's one bar on your left that you're holding on to.
And that is just falling to your death right there?
It's falling to your death.
And how far was that to the ground already? Like 200?
Probably around 90 feet.
Oh,
but 90-foot drop will kill you.
What
yeah, especially if, like, falling down the stairs could kill you if you land properly.
Yeah, right.
Like, so, yeah.
You weren't scared there?
Of that back.
Did you block out the fear when you were doing that part? Or were you kind of scared?
Well, the first few times I climbed it, I was pretty scared because I only went up the leg, and then I started pushing myself, okay, I'll go across here, I'll climb up a little bit. And then I came back a month later, I did the whole tower alone. Because I used to do that with Esteban. He would usually climb up the leg with me, he'd come across, he'd wait there, I'd go up a little bit, I'd come down, then we'd leave. But it's just that adrenaline, it's like a drug. Right. It's like a drug, dude. It's actually addictive. Like, I know Finn told me to stop, so I have stopped climbing.
Right. I mean, it is very dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Now that I have someone who actually cares about me, it's
that's a very dangerous hobby to have.
Yeah, it's like now that I know people actually care and they don't want me to die. It's like, maybe that sounds really like emo.
Yeah.
But it
does.
It does. It's like, oh, wow. It's just a thought process, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So what about other urban exploration places, like expanded railways? Have you found any of those?
I found railways. What
about subway stations? I've saw a couple of those.
That's a dream, man.
Yeah? Abandoned subway station? Yeah. That gotta be there.
It's always just like, I'm always on the highway, driving somewhere, and
you see something?
There's something. Yeah. So I write it down in my notes. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go there.
How do you save the coordinate? Do you just
I just remember where it's on Google Maps. I remember I look at key things around me, and then I just find that on the map.
Right, I see.
As long as you know what road you're on, you can find what you were looking at.
That's so cool.
So I see it, I'm like, oh, well, there's a Cogeco building. I'll just search for a Cogeco building, find the one on the highway, then track my way to the building.
Right. How many of these treks have you done?
How many of these what?
These treks to abandoned places like buildings and all that.
Dozens, man. Dozens.
Yeah.
I'm probably closer to 30 now.
Wow. Can you tell me the top 5?
I can tell you where one was because it's been all like boarded up like with steel plates now because of me. So
what did you do there?
Roseland Bowl.
I don't know where that is.
Well, I guess you won't know this either, but Guelph and New Street for anyone watching or listening. Guelph and New Street, there's Roseland Bowl. It was closed down around 7 years ago.
Huh?
It's still there now. They boarded up the windows.
What is Roseland Bowl?
It was a bowling alley.
Oh, a bowling alley. Oh, okay.
Abandoned bowling alley. Everything's boarded up. There's one window in an alley between this and the building beside it, an abandoned real estate building. And there was a window. I was like, man, if I could pry that open, I could get inside.
Oh, so it was closed already. So you pried
it was already closed. I pried it open. I got the whole frame out. I call Esteban back the next day. I'm like, yo, we gotta check it out. So we go inside, we check it all out. It was a very cool exploration. That was one of my favorites.
The bowling alley or the real estate building?
Sorry?
Because it was a real estate
building. It was probably just a building about maybe the size of...
Oh, okay.
It was just like a side extension.
Oh, okay. I see.
But yeah, that was a really good time. That was one of my first buildings that I actually got into.
Was it just like all the bowling alley stuff was all there? And
so it never got boarded up right away when it got closed down. People broke in, they screwed everything up. There were parties down there.
I see.
You'd find condoms, pieces of the ceiling falling down. Right. I know the roof was caving in one part on the upper floor, so it was light was coming in and all that. It was really nice.
Did you take any photos there?
Just taking photos, having a good time exploring, kind of, again, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Right. So were you ever scared of someone there?
That one, no, because it was boarded up initially.
Right.
Everywhere else, 100%.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, the knife. Yeah. Just when it gets crazy, I guess.
Like you usually stay away from people. They won't bother you unless you bother them, especially with homeless folks. Right. Yeah. They understand you're there to just take photos. They're not gonna lose their shit unless they're drugged up. Then you can kind of tell like, oh, we should probably get ourselves out of here whether they're drugged up or not.
Right. Yeah, because you can tell from their actions.
And it's unfortunate they're in that situation, but yeah.
You try to feel a bit of sympathy to them.
Yeah, of course. Right. And we're not there to disturb them. Like, I'm leaving so I can give them their space. Right. Because it's all about having your space.
Right, and the respect for that. Yeah.
Of course.
So how did it get boarded up after you went? They found out?
So we went back a week later after we got out of there scathe-free. Steel plate over the window.
Wow.
Bolted into the concrete. Steel plate like this thick, half an inch thick.
And why do you think they do this? They just don't want people in there?
They don't want people in there. Well, it's a liability. If someone gets hurt on that property, they can sue the landowner.
Oh, really? Even if they got in there through abandoned
means? I mean, considering I did break-in, entering, I probably couldn't sue for that. But regardless.
Yeah. They just don't want trouble, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the same reason that you just board up any abandoned building.
Right. Yeah. I see a lot of abandoned hospitals on like the India one. Like, like that's gotta be a dream location for you too.
No, man, those are terrifying.
Oh,
an abandoned hospital.
But there's no fear, no.
Okay. There's an extent. Like I'll free climb 400 feet, but I'm not going into an abandoned hospital.
No.
Dude,
not even for that photo of the psychiatrist. Like I saw them. They had like the operation table. And just the lights there. Yeah. And just a couple stains on the operations table.
Man, no, like I'm afraid of like finding a morgue in like a body or something, or like someone dead.
Oh, I see.
Or it's just like the vibe of an abandoned hospital.
Yeah, it is one of the most creepy things in the world.
My body just cooled down like 5 degrees.
That is one of the most creepy things in the world.
Dude, you'd have to pay me lots of money to go into one of those.
Really? Yeah. I thought you'd be like, yes, that's my dream location.
No, one of my dream locations is an abandoned skyscraper.
Abandoned skyscraper. How are you gonna find one of those ones?
LA.
LA? They have those in LA?
Los Angeles, yeah.
Really?
LA and a lot of South America, you have these ghost towns.
Oh, right, yeah.
These mega developments, especially in China too, there's tons of them.
Yeah, Vietnam, Philippines.
Exactly.
They have that where like they spend so much money in the real estate and then like they don't work out, so they just abandon buildings.
Exactly. So now you have these 40 skyscrapers and a huge development of like 40 square kilometers.
Right.
That's just completely abandoned.
That's so cool.
And it's like, that is my dream. Because you are so far away from everybody. There is nobody within miles of you in a mega village.
And it's like a whole city, you know what I mean?
It's its own little city.
It's like a walking. It's like one of those like zombie apocalypse.
Exactly. That's exactly what I think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my dreams. Or
do you ever feel that when you do it here in Burlington, in those buildings, or is it just not kind of different vibe?
You're always worrying about someone seeing you outside of the building looking in. So I've never really felt that.
Oh, you're just too like you're kind of like your mind's not like. You're kind of like scared of other people finding you.
Yeah. Like you've always got that in the back of your mind. My dream is to be somewhere where I can just explore, dude. Mm-hmm. It's like I don't have to worry about that.
Right. I see.
That's why I climb at night, because I don't have to worry about people seeing me.
Do you ever do any of your exploration at night as well? Or are they all at night?
Oh no. I would never do exploration at night.
Right. It's too dangerous. Right?
It's way too dangerous, dude. Right. Like, because then you're not in control. I'm all about the control stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously. Not for some things like relationships. I'm cool. Like,
yeah, that's different stuff.
That's a whole different topic. I just didn't want to sound crazy.
Yeah,
I need to be in control. No, it's.
But like, yeah, I see what you mean. Like,
being in control of yourself.
Yeah.
And your health and your situation, being in control of that.
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to go too crazy. I guess exploration at night is like.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Unless it's like an abandoned military base, for Christ's sake, and it's like your only way to get in is at night.
Then yeah.
That's a different situation, but.
Abandoned hospital at night.
I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I'd rather die.
I'm just thinking about that. Like that is creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your other like really cool abandoned stories?
Yeah.
You have the bowling alley.
We have the bowling alley. The bridge that you and me went to. I have a lot of memories there with all the guys I used to skateboard with.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be on my list just because of the memories there. That first tower I climbed, I was talking to you about. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
For the one on the railway, could you keep going down, or was the bridge pretty much it? You know how you...
You could keep going to the GO tracks.
What's the GO tracks?
GO train tracks.
Oh, like the actual GO train tracks?
Yeah, so that's a link to the GO train tracks.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So yeah, do you have any other ones? I'm thinking right now.
There's so much to like... There's this bridge out near Arkansas. I went on a trip with my family. Just an abandoned like steel train bridge. Huh. Just went out there, you climb on top of it, have a good time, jump into the river.
I see. Yeah. It's like proper New Zealand activities right there.
Yeah.
Jump off the bridge into the river.
Yeah. Like your mom's like, "Are you gonna go jump off a bridge?" I'm like, "Oh, maybe."
Yeah.
If your friends jumped off, would you? It's like, no, I'm the one going first.
Yeah. You see a lot of people do that in New Zealand. It's like their culture.
Yeah.
The Banus and stuff. Yeah.
Of course, man. Yeah. The last fifth one, I have no idea. It's such a fight between so many.
Yeah.
Because I've done so much.
Can you just say them? Like, just say them. Like, just say some.
Well,
because I'm just like, I can't.
There's just tons of abandoned houses all across Burlington, especially in the lower developed areas.
Right.
Over by our school, down the street from there, how there's those collections of abandoned buildings that they're going to be tearing down.
There's abandoned buildings next to our school?
Our school is up here. You go down Cumberland, here's New Street. On the corner of New Street and Cumberland, they just paid a ton of people to move out of their homes and find somewhere new because they're tearing those down and redeveloping.
Oh, wow.
So there's like 7 abandoned buildings that I really want to check out. And then down the road from there on New Street, there's another one that I've been to. Pretty cool.
How did it feel to be in the houses? Was there any houses where like their like furniture was still there?
Oh yeah. Some people like they just
leave. They leave everything there.
Not everything, but like they're like, oh, this couch is old. I'm just gonna leave it. They're gonna tear it down anyways. Like this is going to a landfill. I'm not gonna pay to get rid of it.
And how does it feel going to like someone else's like house that they've abandoned? Like
at first, it felt really wrong.
Right. It must feel really weird. You're like infiltrating their most personal space.
Exactly. Especially the bedrooms. It felt like wow, like someone had a life here. Someone grew up here.
Yeah. It must be so weird.
But like once you kind of get that thought out of your head, you still feel moral about it, and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna mess anything up. Like I'm not gonna
disrespect your bedroom.
Of course, like I'm gonna respect the whole house. Like if I can't get through the screen door, I'm not gonna bash it.
Because I've actually never had that experience, because all the houses you go to, they're like your families, your friends, your family relatives. So like you know them. It's like you know them as a person, but you're really going into a stranger's house.
Exactly. You've never been in a stranger's bedroom.
I've never actually had that exact feeling.
You've never been into a stranger's bedroom. I've never even thought about
that. I've never been into a stranger's house, actually. Yeah. Like a complete stranger's house. Right? Even on trick-or-treating, you're like on the edge of their door. You're not in their house.
Yeah, I think it's also different because I don't see the people who live there.
Right, exactly.
So there's that.
You can only imagine. It's weird. That's a weird feeling.
It was something I liked thinking about. Just like who lived here.
Serial killer vibes right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Like in a normal thought, it was like, oh, just like who lived here? Well, what type of life did they have?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. Was it a family of 4? Did they have a dog?
Did you ever take photos there, or did you think that was like bad or anything?
I never really took many photos. Also, because it was really dark, it was hard to take good photos.
Oh, because you have to go there at night, right?
Yeah.
It's for those ones, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're in the middle of a neighborhood, you have to hop a fence. If you get caught hopping a fence into an abandoned house, you're screwed.
Yeah. How bad is a charge?
Like a trespassing charge, it could. Funny you say that. Me and my buddy Cameron, we got caught on the CN railway tracks.
Oh.
By CMPD, and we got each charged $140.
It's not too bad. Not too bad.
He lowered it from 600.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You felt bad.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't feel bad, but we were very apologetic. We were there for 30 seconds. The cop rolls up, and we're like, damn it.
Was
Like
that your only
poopers.
only encounter?
That was my only encounter with the cops. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that was also the only time I ever got ticketed for it. Funny enough.
Huh?
That was the only time I ever got fined for it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm also under 18 right now.
Right,
so
I see.
I only get charged as
But
a
in the
minor.
future, if you were like over 18 and you did this, what would the charges be?
It'd be beyond 660.
And would you have any like you're in the jail for a night or something?
You could, if it's like a repeat offense, yeah.
Right.
But a first offense, you would never go to detainment for
I
that.
see.
Unless you're in like a government property, that's a felony.
Let's go sneak into the White House. It's abandoned now.
Yeah, or like fucking Parliament or something.
Right. Yeah. Huh. Wow. So like you did the houses. That must feel so weird. The houses.
It's you really feel like you're in somebody's space.
Right.
But it's a good time.
Yeah. Was it ever like was there ever any stuff they left behind, like some golf clubs or anything like, oh, I should take it?
So funny enough you say that. I found an old camera filter lens. This guy had some really old filters for a camera lens. He had a whole drawer of like a ton of his crap, right?
And
he just seemed like a collector of like figures, cameras, antique stuff. He had a ton of bags and jackets, but we weren't going to touch that stuff because that wasn't ours. Which I know if I shared that place with people, that stuff would be gone probably by the first group who went in.
And the whole drawer is gone probably.
Yeah, like
they
would take the dresser out, dude. Like they would take it home. But I like to respect the place.
So you just took the camera?
I took the filter. It's just a screw-on filter to the front of the lens. And funny enough, it actually fit my camera.
Wow.
So like, screw it.
Did you take some photos with it?
Of what?
Take the photos with the camera lens?
Oh yeah. I with the little filter. It's just a piece of glass this big, but it's just to make your scene a little darker, so you can change settings on the camera.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it's called an ND filter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I also saw one on the I did some urban exploration just online, just looking at them. There was somewhere it's like abandoned lake house, and it was like this house on a lake, and it was really weird feeling because when he was in that house, all their furniture, every single thing was there. Yeah. And I wonder just why do they leave, some of those stories. Some of them the government pays you to leave, right, as you said, but what happens to those there's a
death, someone dies.
Yeah, and someone died in the house or something? Is that the reason?
Yeah, or someone the owner died.
Oh, okay.
And if you have no next of kin or something, a lot of stories I read, there's this one house. I watched the channel called The Proper People on YouTube. They do a lot of urban exploration. They explored this one house and they found out that the guy actually killed himself. And he had no will, so it was just given to the government. Oh, and the government never did anything with it. So this beautifully untouched ranch, which is out in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah. So they just explored that. I took a YouTube video. It was pretty cool.
Damn. Yeah. That's so cool. So, okay. Now this is the fun part.
Yeah.
Your top 3 dream locations of abandoned places. You've kind of said a couple. Let's see.
So I'd say the abandoned city, the mega structure thing, that is really neat to me.
That makes sense to be in the top 3.
Yeah. I'd say a really one of the those spires on top of really tall skyscrapers?
Spires?
Spires.
No, what's a spire?
You have the top of the building, and then you have the thing that comes out the top.
Yeah, right, like a little tower thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I know that. That's the one that
climbing one of those. That's a dream for me. Yeah, you're above a city.
Oh yeah, you're above the skyscraper.
You're above the skyscraper. Now you can see everything. I know. Again, another guy I watched on YouTube. He does those free climbs of those spires.
If you vibe with this combo, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit that sub button. We'll catch you next time on Different Walks, Different Talks.